Okay, so this is the M15A4 Carbon Sportline disassembly and just a basic introduction to all the different parts and stuff like that. It may look like the metal version just because I painted in the grooves all over here. So yeah, basically the first step is just to get out the two body pins to separate the top and the bottom of the gun. So you just hammer those through. Alright, and then they're pretty tough, so the first time you get them out, they're pretty hard to get out, but the more you do it, the easier it becomes. So once those two are apart, you can just slide this off. And then also, if you want to, before that, you can take anything like the iron sight off, or the flash hider off. The flash hider, you're going to have to get a match and heat it up before you take it off, because there's a glue underneath. So yeah, you can take any accessories that you might have on the gun first, just so it makes it easier and your gun's freed up. Okay, so once the gun is apart, you can get the battery case apart and just take off the battery. So now there's two clips right here that you're gonna have to pull apart. So yeah, just pull those apart, and then this should just slide right through. So now you've disconnected the top and the bottom part of your gun. So you can take out the mag, and then there's a clip right here, the mag release. So you're going to need a hex screw. It fits in there. It's really small. And then just loosen that. And then it should just pop out. Let's be really stubborn. I think I screwed it in last time too tight, so yeah, just make sure you don't screw that in too tight, otherwise it's really hard to get out. So then you can get your stock off. So on the left side of the stock release, there's a hex screw right here that you have to loosen, and then Alright, so once that's off, you can take this off, and the stock disassembles just like that, and can just slide off. I'm not sure if you have to take that whole thing off, but that's one of the only ways that I could find how to do it. So yeah, so you have the stock right here. Okay, so now that the stock's off, you have to get the end part of the stock off so that you can reach a screw, which is right in here. So on the bottom of the gun, there's another hex screw, which is slightly bigger again. And just get that one off. Okay, and then this just slides off. Alright, so you get a long Phillips screwdriver that goes to the bottom of that, and then yeah, just get that screw off. Unscrewed this screw, and yeah, it's pretty long. Okay, sorry, my battery died. Alright, so basically, once you get the bottom of the thing, the motor just pops out. And then there's 2 more Phillips screws down at the bottom. So I'll unscrew these and then come back in just a sec. Okay, so all I did is just unscrew those 2 screws at the bottom, and then this just slides off. Just take those wires out. The red is in the front, the black is in the back. And then see, I just put a red electrical tape so I could remember that. So that's the handle. And then there's a pin right here in the trigger that you have to get a really small hex screw and just hammer that through. And that should come out pretty easily. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got the gearbox out. That has a trigger on it. So you can just keep that. Alright, so there's the gearbox. Front iron sight off next. And if you look underneath, there is another hex screw, which you just have to get off. And then this should, the whole iron sight should just slide off. Right there. Okay. So you have the front iron sight with the holder and everything. Let's put that in. Okay. So now you've got that off. I can't figure out how to get this off, because one of the hex screws is under there and I can't reach it. So, yeah. If you know how to, you can just leave it in the comments and that would be appreciated. And then, there is a spring down here, but I don't like getting that off because, if you mess with that too much, it comes off and gets messed up and you'll have to take it in. So, I haven't really messed with that. But, yeah. So this is basically everything that I know how to take apart on the M15 A4 Carbon Sportline. Okay, so if any of you know how to get this back stock part holder off, or if you know how to get the back rails off, I'm not quite sure how that fits in there, then you could just maybe leave it on the comments or something, and that would be awesome. So thanks for watching the tutorial video on disassembling your M15 A4 Carbon Sportline, and I'll see you later.